Happy New Year, Pesh.
Happy New Year.
Oh man, we've just missed the recording button. Anyway, with a sad intro to the new year, which is the coronavirus and all the outbreaks and everything.
And Australia fires.
Oh no, like the whole continent, man. Yeah. We want to keep it on a more positive note.
And Brexit.
Oh no, that's a never-ending topic, man.
All right.
It just keeps going. I think we have to try and find positivity in our just daily lives. You know?
Like our failing resolutions. New Year resolutions.
That's a very positive topic, Patch. I know. So yeah, I'll see. I felt very okay. I don't want to. Okay, as we were talking about mental health, I think about depression. I don't want to say I felt depressed because there are some people with clinical depression and everything, but I felt this feeling of being very down when you so the backstory is this guy on YouTube. I used to watch him a lot, Veritasium. He's one of those science channels like Vsauce, Veritasium. It's the Smarter Every Day. I watch them sometimes now.
Educational.
Educationally. I used to watch them a lot. Made a video called "Why Most Resolutions Fail and How to Succeed," and he was talking about the atomic habits and what the atomic habits are, and like how if people create a resolution for themselves during New Year's, they're more likely to stick to it than just randomly sometime in September. It's just like September 3rd or something. It's like, okay, I'll start to write a journal. And I felt it, yeah. I was like, okay, so I really want to take advantage of this psychologically, you know.
Yeah.
But then I felt a bit down because I couldn't really come up with anything. For those 3 days before New Year's, and I was sitting in New Year's Eve, 12 o'clock, hey, hello, new decade. And I'm there sad, like, I don't have resolutions for myself. I'm just like, oh no. Man.
Yeah. Well, personally, I didn't make any myself, so...
Haven't made any?
I haven't made any.
I actually was thinking about the thing he said in the video about micro habits, so I think I still have it in my to-do list. Why I don't have it anymore? Well, come up with a system for micro habits or something like that, because he introduced this new thing called the micro habits. Well, new to me. And the Atomic Habits, the book he was reading and he recommended. He didn't specifically say that Atomic Habit is, but from the word atomic, I can already sort of understand what it means.
Yeah, small steps.
Yeah, small steps. As in computer science, there are, let's say, atomic transactions. There's no way the transaction can be 20%, 60%, something complete. It's binary, you know. It's either it's complete or if it failed completely. So I understand that the atomic habits are something that you can't do halfway. It's like he created himself a habit where he writes a single word into a journal or a book every day. Well, it's either you wrote a word or you wrote no words. There's no way you just sit there and write like 2 letters of the word. Like that's just stupid, you know.
Unless it's a 2-letter word.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, you're right. But theoretically, you could do it, but it's just in practice, you wouldn't, you know, just fail the habit halfway. So, well, his spiel was that when he writes the single word, and he starts to write a second and a third and the fourth, because, you know,
you get the urge to, because there's a reason behind it.
Yeah, you like just so I can I don't have to write much. Every day I want to journal, I can just sum up the whole day and just write one word, like green or something. If you were attending some, I don't know, science conference or something, just write science, anything. But then you start expanding and writing, and this is how the habits lead to better accomplishments. So I don't know, I'd like to hear your take on the atomic habits, and what do you think you would
I think it's a very good system. It's definitely, because it's one of those things you call habit forming.
Habit forming, yeah.
So once you get the habit in, it's permanently ingrained into your nervous system. You're always going to come back to it. It's in your routine. It's stuck inside you. You're not going to change that easily, especially if you keep it up over a long period of time, right? So yeah.
Why do bad habits form so easily, and then the good ones are so hard to form?
Well, it's also subjective, isn't it? Whatever is a good or a bad habit.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
It just usually seems like the bad habits are so easy to form.
Well, usually it's unconscious at first, so...
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So So these atomic steps, these little steps you take, right? Like it causes little changes in like you basically you form the habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's much easier to get back in the flow every time. And like the initiation into the resolution is much easier than fully deep diving into like stopping for, let's say, smoking, like
quitting
cold turkey, or like what that's like completely changing your routine, while just doing one less a day, and then maybe you feel like doing one less after. It does a lot.
Yes, it probably, thinking from like the medical perspective, the brain, it probably just paves the way for your bigger habits to come, because you just plant this little seed of writing a word every day. Maybe after a month,
gonna grow.
Yeah, maybe after a month he just decides that he very much likes this thing, and he just starts writing a paragraph every day. It's just about willpower, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So no habits for you?
Well, recently I've taken up meditation, but it's not anything insane. It's just trying to do something that I've been meaning to do for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I started that before New Year's.
Yeah.
Just for the holidays and such. I try to refocus my mind, basically. It's like I always get filled up with this kind of junk, or like I get straight into like an activity right after I wake up, or get stuck in a routine, and like I'm obviously not focused. I'm not aware of like whatever's next to come, and I don't have like the goals in mind. It helps to recenter, I think.
Meditation, yeah.
But it's not one of those like small things you can really pick up easily.
I used to try it because Headspace, this app.
Oh yeah.
I used to do there because I was really willing. I think I've done it for a month straight or something. But I felt this friction. Like I don't really want to do this, but because they have their 3-minute programs or 1-minute program, just very quick 2-minute guided meditation sessions.
Yeah.
And I started to feel this friction, that because I think I started off by listening to those 20-minute sessions and 15 or something, and it all went downhill until like I just did daily meditation for 3 minutes every day. And just like, it's also good, but it's not really serving the purpose if you're doing it purposeful. So sort of like feeling like you're forcing yourself to do it.
I feel like if you're gonna do meditation, it's better just to have a few long sessions a week rather. It's like the return is more exponential than anything.
Mm-hmm. Some people say it's easier and better maybe to reconnect with yourself maybe more often, but for shorter periods of time. Some do actually say all you need is 2 minutes just to sit down and reconnect. Maybe you're right too.
I certainly feel like it's better to have it as a break out of your routine, because like if once you're expecting it, then it becomes something that you don't really. It's not really recentering anything, right?
Yeah, you're right.
It's already in your program.
So you're more, you think of it more as a break, as a reconnection, a proper disconnecting
like,
from.
Whenever I feel like if I'm not centered enough, I'm not focused enough on my subjects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm going to class and like, hey, maybe I'm not retaining all my memories for this. It's like, oh, maybe I should try meditation, like, and maybe I don't do it right away.
I would just go to sleep.
Sleep helps a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you, I do it after I wake up. So I put that time in. I try to sleep a bit early, so I get that double effect. I hope it tends to work.
Do you think Buddhist monks don't sleep?
They definitely do sleep.
Yeah, it was one of those movies I think I watched about. I think it was about Buddha or something. When apparently Buddhist monks just sit down, close their eyes, and rest this way. Like they get into such a deep meditative state that they just rest. But if anything happens, if someone comes, waves his hand or something, and he's gonna feel it, and he just opens his eyes back up.
Slowly open his eyes.
Yeah, and then they're like, I am. Where are you sleeping?
Conscious.
No, yeah, something like that. Apparently it was just in a movie, so I'm just saying, But I thought, is that even possible, Because when you're in that state, you're sort of like sleeping, but you're not.
It's definitely
biologically sleeping.
Yeah, it's definitely a low energy state. You feel like you're resting, but
are you actually like?
Not really.
No. Was your muscles resting? I don't understand, man. Like, I sometimes have those sort of sleepless nights where you just, you can't really go to sleep because
I definitely feel it. Like, it helps with my head. Doesn't help with my body when I ever do that kind of
meditation.
Stuff. Yeah. Like,
okay.
No, that kind of meditation when it feels like you're kind of sleeping, but it's not really helping your body. I feel
it's not doing anything. Like, think about it. When you have the sleepless night and you just sort of awake. But you're sleeping, like, sort of. Your body, you're not moving, Your body should be freaking sleeping. So, yeah, but sometimes you still, like, wake up feeling so bad because of that sleepless night. It probably comes from the brain because the brain didn't rest, obviously. But the body, I mean...
In any case, the Buddhist monks do sleep. I believe... Well, as far as I know from the current version of Buddhism that I know... Buddhism is all about moderation. So you don't go crazy on the meditation. You don't starve yourself. You don't eat till you're full.
And you don't stand in the same spot for 10 years until the wood under your feet gets bent. Have you seen that picture? I think it was fake.
I haven't seen.
Apparently, the story came. It was quite a few years ago too.
The original Buddhist story that from. At least in Thailand, like the guy like meditates in the forest for a long time and doesn't eat or drink or anything, and then he comes to that epiphany like, hey, I should moderate myself. I shouldn't go crazy. There's balance. Yeah, it's a duality of human nature. You gotta keep things in check. Yeah, keep your whatever thoughts you have together. Keep your habits formed. Have your resolution. Yeah. Fix that. You gotta keep bringing it back. You can't forget about things.
But what do you think the guy was actually forming an actual habit? So coming back to the story, there was a picture released of some wooden floor with foot marks in there. Yeah. And the story goes that this person has come to meditate in the same spot for 7 years straight, every single day, all the way until the wood just deformed under his feet, and you can see his little foot marks in there.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not that uncommon. Yeah. Because you can see people's asses on the seats, right? Yeah. But you also get, like, warrior monks who, like, train their fists on trees. You can see that. Honestly, I did that in one of the pillars in a house. It was a concrete pillar. Well, obviously, I didn't punch the concrete, but I had like boxing fists, and like for like I don't know 5 years, my instructor just told me to use that because I didn't have a punching bag. That was fine because I had boxing gloves.
Oh my god! You just use your freaking wall.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a small dent. It's mostly just paint. I'm hoping I probably didn't break anything.
I want to get a makiwara. It's one of those like a board with. Some people have like a board that has this, I don't know,
pillow.
Yeah, like a pillow thing. Others
cushioned board.
Yeah, others say makiwara is the same board, but it has a rope. Yeah, a rope on it. It's for conditioning your. It's like the wooden man thing in Wing Chun, doing all this motions and movements and everything. Yeah. It's just for like just punching it, just take that rope, to just spin it around a pole, but you have to like put the pole in deep and stuff to just punch it, and it's conditioning, Yeah. Probably you were punching the wall too, to condition yourself. Yeah.
Not to it wasn't incredibly hard. It didn't feel that hard to me. Yeah. Mostly because of the gloves.
Yeah. Still something.
Yeah. Well, with the monk, I've lost my train of thought.
Man, I think it's fake news everywhere, but
I think that's totally plausible. It's just not. But it's just nothing. It's nothing too special.
It's nothing too special.
Just like in the Western world, you don't see it, or like in the more civilized areas, you don't have people with the spare time to do it. But you see it all the time when I was younger, like my country is much less developed. You see a lot more like these you see a lot more like those dojos where like are poor, right, and then they don't have heating, but you see all these people doing these impromptu practices, right? So it's not that uncommon, I think. Yeah, that's why like those punching bags eventually fall apart, right?
Yes, you're right. So that guy may have indeed stood there for 7 years straight.
He's like the pro boxer of meditation.
I mean, yeah, but what if it was fake? I was in this training. What is it? Student student publication, SPA, I think, student publication awards or something like that. And there were people coming for the conference to give speeches, and there was one guy who I think actually owns a company where they check sources for you, something like that. And I remember even taking a picture of the slides. Is like about viral images, you know, how to spot if it's fake or not. And they're so weird because like you see people taking pictures out of their car in a street, but the street is flooded, and then there's like a shark in there.
Yeah, this.
And it looks legit.
Yeah,
But then you actually find the original image, and then at the same time you look at it's California or something, you know.
No,
It's like there's no way a shark can be here. But
no.
yeah, but it goes viral. That's the thing, and people don't even question. They just click share. They just click share because you know it's like, oh hey, look, there's a shark under this guy's car.
See, that's the thing with these things. It's whether they're real or not, it doesn't matter. It's the shock. It's the novelty that matters, right? And again, like what, seeing something crazy, and again with like the monk, it really shows. You make a small habit, it shows. Right?
Yeah, you're right. And then it's if. Yeah, let's just assume that it's true, because why not? I'm not an expert of Eastern culture. What if he has meditated in the same spot for a given period of time every day?
It's definitely not implausible.
It is possible that he meditated in the same spot over time, and it makes sense.
It's not going to be like hardwood.
No.
It's definitely going to be something softer.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
So let's just say that he did that, and the footprints, the marks in the wood, are the fruit of his. Well, you can see the effect of small habits forming over time. It's like the saying about the rock and the water, like dripping water can just mold rocks because it just goes through it. It's like just all it takes is just a single drip of water.
Oh, yeah. Think about it as like a desert, because you know all that sand, that's rock being ground down by all the sand. You see all those like weird pillars of rock in the desert, in like desert areas, windy areas. It was like that. They're like thinner down the middle. That's because of wind. That's because of sand. It grinds down. All those little pellets.
Yes.
Keep going down.
Yeah, it's all it takes. Just consistency.
Consistency is key.
So
a lot of people try to like deep dive and like into the resolutions, and it of course it can work if you can keep at it, but it drains you, right?
Yes.
And it's the initiation is the hardest part. I think if you can't make it consistent, then you can at least shock yourself into keeping a resolution, right?
Yeah.
Because if you like go to somewhere new, change your environment, and like maybe travel around a bit, go to like whenever you go like. If you ever move to like a new city or a new country or anything like that, you feel a lot of people will feel the urge to like pick up something new, right? It's a new place. You should start a new part of your life.
Yeah, it's probably like Veritasium said about it's a new year and people are more likely to stick with it.
Yeah, there's a
probably
novelty.
moving to a new country, moving to a new city, visiting something new, opening your perspective, maybe even reading a new book. Or if you were reading psychological books throughout the time, just pick up some romance or something, you know? Maybe it's just a change, I guess, in general. But moving, yeah, you're right. We've just been... where are you back in Thailand?
Bangkok. It's the capital city.
Yeah. So you went home for the holidays?
Oh, not this holiday. I went traveling around London, though. So that was interesting. That's probably why I picked up meditation recently.
Really?
That's probably
a new perspective.
Maybe this is why. I felt like the city was kind of. I didn't have a routine, and it felt freeing because I didn't have anything to do, and except like travel, find new things to do, and I wanted to hold on to that a little bit. Yeah, meditation. Well, meditation probably depends on how long you do it, just in general, as in like how many days in a row and how much time you actually spend doing meditation consistently. I definitely haven't kept it as a habit. It's just a thing I feel like I should. It is a habit then, because whenever I feel like I'm bloated or muddled up in like tasks and concentration, the thought of meditation comes up, and I feel like I should probably do it in like the next few days. What if doing a thing every 2 weeks is a habit? Isn't it a habit? It's a habit. I mean, technically, like holidays are a habit. You'll expect it all the time. It's such a weird word, yeah? Like whenever the seasons change and like, oh, you're expecting something. Yeah. Like when the moon comes, like, oh, I want to go out and like, walk by the river or something. Well, I'm in the habit of dressing up warmer when the winter comes. I think everyone has that.
Yeah, but it's a habit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of. So yeah, I was saying that, you know, if you consistently do the meditation for quite a while, you most likely start noticing more things, become more aware. I don't know, maybe that's
If
what
those tips
people
don't work
report.
for you, like here's a big tip. I think a lot of people will feel like they're the kind of person who will clean another person's room if they ask. If someone asks them, they will clean a room. But when it comes to your own room, you won't clean it, right? You won't take care of yourself. So you need if you can get someone to care for just reminding you, like, hey, have you done this yet? That helps a lot, because it's someone else, an external force prompting you to do something that you should have been doing.
Yeah. So do you think we should set goals right here, right now?
Oh, what goals do you want to set?
I don't know. Probably thinking back to the viral picture. What if I was more skeptical about people's strong opinions or something? I don't know. Or just being more skeptical in general. No.
I think skepticism,
it can be overdone. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
skepticism should be done in the right places. It's like, in this case, there is little benefit to actually caring at all. Whether it is real or not, it's not your job, and you don't gain anything from it, rather than probably an internet discussion.
Probably then not even skepticism, but maybe the ability to detach yourself more from prioritization. You're right. Yeah, because if this doesn't apply to me, why would I spend and waste time on here? If I could just probably, you know, do something better.
And it seems a little cruel, but you just gotta keep focused sometimes.
How do I make it into a micro habit?
You could try to break a habit instead. If you don't, I don't know, like if you browse Reddit too much or something. Maybe.
Yeah, I watch YouTube too much.
Oh yeah, I get that. Maybe you could start with like taking it off your taskbar or something, or taking it off somewhere you usually use it.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
or just moving it into a different place, and then like, that's a reminder. Maybe I shouldn't be there.
Yeah, exactly. See, my girlfriend Cornelia, she uses a blocker. Yeah, she used some sort of a browser extension which just blocks YouTube for you. So you click on YouTube. She caught herself quite a few times in a day clicking on YouTube when she's supposed to be focused. Well, when you're done with your tasks, you can unblock it, whatever. But
yeah, parental controls, man.
Yeah, something like that.
Use that on your phone.
Parent yourself,
Yeah.
And then there's a pop-up that comes up and says, "Hey, you shouldn't be here." Or something.
It just means you're taking care of yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just you're the first person you should be taking care of, and you're the first person that should take care of yourself.
Clean your room.
Clean your room. clean your mental room. Clean your brain.
Yeah.
Like Instagram. I deleted Instagram quite a while ago, but then I decided I want to maybe draw a bit or post something. And I installed it again because I used to go on there and just scroll. I always had a habit of, because I hated those little story. There's these stories.
Oh yeah.
24-hour stories.
I never touch them.
Whenever that thing is like blue around it or whatever, I hate it. I was like, everything has to be zero notification. That's why how I try to live. Cleaning the email.
I've given up.
So I saw like, oh my God, there's a new story. I have to watch it just so it's not there.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Then
man.
I started muting people. But yeah, I was in deep, dude. But then I just deleted it, and now I reinstalled it after like a few months. I don't think I've been on Instagram yesterday, nor today, nor usually have some posts sent to me by my girlfriend, just some cute stuff, But I don't go into stories anymore because I just feel it's stupid. It's such a waste of time. When I left 3 months or however long ago, there were the same guys posting the same crap, pictures of wine glasses, pictures of their holiday, pictures of a tree, pictures of some edgy memes or something. I came back, looked through the stories, same stuff. So I was just like, yeah, what did I lose?
Unfollow.
I don't think I lost anything.
You can keep.
Well, see, unfollow it. It's my friends.
Hide their posts. It doesn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I have muted a few people, but then I think like, why? Yeah, what if something important? It's not like something important, but what if I genuinely care what the person is doing that day, and I really want to be like, oh, so what is Jack or Jamie or whatever name? Just insert your own name, here. Just what is he doing? How is he going?
Personally, I keep like my entertainment and my business accounts separate. So I have a Google account from like my or official stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I can keep YouTube on that, right? So like whenever I feel like that's a good thing because you just sign out of your have it for fun account and you just sign into your business stuff and like if you want to like watch videos then you'll automatically default to your business stuff and then you subscribe to different people or like maybe for education only but if you allot the time then you can it's easier to control because it's not just going to the site, you have to log out, log in, or use a different browser that's automatically logged in.
So just basically
automatically focused into something else rather than time wasting stuff or just cute stuff.
Yeah, it's like giving yourself more friction.
Yeah.
So it's I guess same with habits. Bad habits form easy because there's no friction.
You can still form habits from that, but there's a lot more initiation to it, right? It's not easy.
Yeah, man. Freaking habits. I want to form something.
I mean, if you think it's that hard, then you could use a second account on the second user on your PC. Yeah. Filter out all the apps, extra stuff.
When I didn't have internet for a month here, it was so easy because YouTube is literally the most data consuming thing.
I get you.
Yeah, and I was like, I couldn't watch it. I was like, I just don't have internet at home. What do? I go to uni to watch it, but at uni I study, and then when I go home, just can't watch it. So I was in a month-long detox of YouTube, and it felt good because afterwards coming back to it was, maybe I just don't need it. But I think it's good to do things in moderation when thinking back about Buddhism, and because let's just go to my YouTube watch history real quick.
Oh dear. Should I bring up mine?
Yeah, you can. The past things I watched was loads of stuff about game development logs. Some indie game designers, you know how they do like vlogs about development?
Yeah.
They do like devlogs and talk through their thinking process of how they make a game, and because I want to like make a game now, and and so I was like, so not necessarily the things I'm watching are bad, but it's just the fact itself that I'm watching it. So, I mean, I enjoy watching it too. So, let's say this morning when I was eating breakfast, I was watching a thing called Using Regular Expressions from Computer Files. So, also like a scientific computer science channel. I'm talking about regex, which is the regular expressions, which I still don't get what they are, but it's like some scientist perspective on that, and it's interesting to learn stuff like this, but maybe it's not necessary. But at the same time, maybe it's a way to better yourself, to learn more. Because see, if I didn't have YouTube, I wouldn't have something on my plate every day, as to say, if you... It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about bookstores and stuff. He wants to go into the bookstore to be able to browse. Well, he's more of a old-fashioned guy probably, but he wants to see ads, and he wants to go and be able to browse for new things, because that's how you discover things. That's how I go on my YouTube, and the worst habit I had during New Year's is watching Simpson videos and just like the Simpsons, Family Guys. And then I decided, okay, that's enough. And then every time I got a recommendation, I just clicked like not interested. Literally in 2 minutes, YouTube's black box algorithm, just shaked itself around and like, okay, you don't like Simpsons, good. I haven't had a single recommendations of Simpsons. Like, hey, that's how I probably should clean everything out. Because if you feed the algorithm, if the algorithm shows you something time wasting but exciting, you're gonna keep watching. What if you just stop yourself, get your willpower together and just say, okay, I'm not interested. YouTube's gonna stop offering that. So now whenever I open it, I just like probably find something about some I don't know, some interesting, something that I would actually care about. I don't know. This equation will change how you see the world.
Sorry, I heard you mention willpower. Sorry, willpower is infinite.
Oh.
And the actual belief that willpower is not infinite actually makes your willpower finite. That's how it works.
Boom.
It's not a joke. It's not
Boom.
a joke. Not a freaking
so
joke.
all you need to do is just say, okay, I'll stop. Like, I don't know.
Well, the approach I've taken is for my time waster stuff, the bell system actually works out for me, because all the extra stuff I don't really interested in, or whatever I'm really interested in, and I know is always puts out quality content.
What system? The
bell notifications. Yeah, the bell notifications. I'll keep it for like the really high quality stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever is really useful.
I try to just subscribe to the channels I really like watching, and I haven't subscribed to a YouTube channel for a year now, I think.
That's a good thing. I feel like when it comes to like content and stuff you're trying to focus on, less is more.
Yeah, I had this
You
friend.
can focus on one subject and then, really bring that into fruition before moving on to like more content adding in. You got that baseline in.
I had a friend who used ad blocker to block the sidebar of YouTube, just hide it completely.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It never comes up.
Yeah.
And also he would restrict his so there's no homepage. Whenever he would go to YouTube, it would land in his subscriptions page. So you would only see videos from your subscriptions. Because there's this little tab that says subscriptions, and you would only see videos that your that the people you subscribe have put out. But then they even changed a bit of that. There was a big controversy about them changing the algorithm from a chronological order to what the algorithm thinks you would want to watch, even in the subscriptions tab. Because how it used to be is if you subscribe 2 people, and let's say both of them came out with videos. One came out with a video yesterday, the other one came out with today. If you go to that tab, you only see 2 videos. One video yesterday, today, that's it. You watch it and you're sure that these guys are moderated content, this is what you watch, and you wouldn't get any extra influence unless the sidebar with all the freaking suggestions when you're watching the video. But that's how you could moderate. Like if you, but again, you wouldn't really find anything new again.
It's also bad in a way. Or for me personally, I feel really rewarded when I find like a new channel that's like making some really genuine stuff, and like especially since like their debut videos usually like it's a very them trying really hard. They're trying to compile stuff together and like make this really informational or like really perhaps not to the point, but like it's like. It has meaning to it.
Yeah.
There's no filler. It's just I think it's okay to keep it on if you're out for that.
Yeah, probably just
unless you're browsing meme videos all day.
Oh yeah, you're right. Probably just
that's
have everything vanilla, everything clean, everything as is, as intended, but keep everything in check, in moderation. It is easy to get manipulated.
The biggest problem is once you're in the culture, you want to stay in.
Yeah,
you gotta keep in to the updates.
Probably. But as long as you can, you know what they say? They say if you can't change yourself, change the environment. If it's possible for you to change the environment, which is like block your social media apps, you're not gonna have access to social media. You're not gonna go to social media.
Hey, how's this for a resolution? How about no YouTube on weekends?
Only watch YouTube on weekends?
No YouTube on weekends.
Oh, no YouTube on weekends.
When you're most free, no YouTube.
Whoa, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, because it chews through time.
So then you have more free time for whatever habits you want to form. It's making space for habits rather than making it a habit.
Yeah.
How's that? I think I'll do the same thing. And catch up every Wednesday.
It's a good suggestion, actually, because I think that would be the best time for me to make videos.
I see. All right, yeah.
You know what? No, you see, there's a problem. I haven't made a single video for the student blog last semester. They're expecting like 8 videos every semester. Well, it's not like expecting, but the thing is, if you go on student blogs of University of Dundee, you're going to see my name there as a student blogger.
Oh.
I haven't made a single post.
Oh, there you go.
And then this semester I'm trying to form myself like, that's it. I just have to sit down and do it. I already have topics, sort of. I already have everything. It's just like 3-minute videos. No longer than 3-minute videos. How hard is it to sit down and talk for 3 minutes? It somehow is hard. I don't know why.
It's the initiation.
That's the thing, if you sit down and do it, then maybe it's gonna be way easier to keep doing it. It's just that the initial push.
Boredom is key.
Yeah, so if you
have this constant stream of stuff that you can always do. Take off YouTube.
Oh man.
You're gonna get bored. And hopefully you won't find something else to fill up your time.
I'd probably, depends on what stuff I have to do during the weekends. I could start making videos and developing games.
You could do that.
I'd love to do that, actually.
Doesn't matter. Just no YouTube on weekends, all right? That's all I'm asking.
No YouTube on weekends.
Remind me whenever we meet up as well. I'll try the same. No, I'll do the same.
You'll do the same.
I will do the same.
No, try not. There is no try. Do or do not. Something like that. There's Yoda. This is the Yoda
there is
quote.
No try.
Yeah.
Only do.
Do,
I believe.
or do not. There is no try.
That's
here we go. I think that's the one. So
we're out of the loop.
there ain't no try, man. That's it.
Oh, that feels bad. Oh.
Right. I have to write it down. We're gonna talk about it after the episode too. And guys, you too. If anyone's listening and thinking, hey, I'm probably spending too much time doing something that maybe brings me value but maybe doesn't, just try to moderate it a bit. Join us.
Break or make, try it.
Just try it. That's the thing.
There's no try.
Come on.
You must do.
That's right. Yeah. So see, that's hard because sometimes they say in life, just try it, man. Just try it.
Yeah.
You're good. But then at the same time, maybe it's just in different situations you shouldn't think of it in a try or do thing. Just go for it. Well, sometimes
I think it definitely eases beginning things.
Yes,
but
try, but go.
You gotta keep it together.
Yes,
you gotta be consistent.
Try, but still keep in mind that you're willing to stick with it.
Determination.
You
have it, don't you? Don't give up.
Exactly. Keep trying until you actually do.
Don't give up. It hasn't even started yet.
So join us. No YouTube weekends.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's and probably if we actually need something from YouTube, probably just try and Google it, read an article.
I just realized how hard it's gonna be.
Yeah. You don't even imagine how much information I get from YouTube. Let's say I don't know how to program something. I just go straight for a YouTube video. I don't even go into the documentation of the program. I don't read articles. I just go straight into YouTube.
You can't log on to your YouTube account. Just that.
No, that's bad.
Don't log into your YouTube
account. No. I don't agree with this. We have to either cut it out or...
No, because if it's just for business stuff, then
it's gonna recognize you.
Recognize you.
They have shadow information on you all around. Even if you're not logged in, they're gonna be like, oh, I think that's Patch. That's Patch from the way he moves his mouse on screen.
Get another account then.
That's not a joke.
Get another account. No subscriptions can't.
What do you mean? No, if you log out.
Huh?
If you log out of your account, they're probably gonna just find you. It's the shadow profiles, man.
You can try at least.
It's like people having Facebook accounts.
Don't give up.
Did you know that people...
Don't give up. You haven't even started yet.
I'm not gonna give up. I'm just saying that if we're going in, we have to go in, because if you allow yourself to log out and then go on YouTube, YouTube's gonna find you out. Wait, did you know that people who don't even have Facebook accounts? Facebook are doing like shadow profile
you
things.
You can claim profiles, I believe.
What?
But
no.
that makes more sense now that you can claim, because you can claim it.
No, you know what I mean? It's like if there's me and you and we know this guy called Tom and we chat about Tom a lot, but Facebook does not find Tom at all on Facebook because he doesn't have a Facebook account. They just create the secret profile, profiling the person, like profiling him. So I'm just saying that in theory, if YouTube wanted, they could still suggest you all the crap you want.
All right, get it. Let's not bloat this too much.
We're gonna have a guest next week.
Oh yes.
And we're probably gonna be talking about philosophy.
Yes. The answer to happiness.
Oh,
how wonderful. Of course there's one, right? Right?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
No, I mean... Well, we're gonna touch on it next week because I think that there is, but it's very subjective and it's for everyone else.
Deep, complex question, issue that doesn't necessarily have an answer.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to find the answers. Even the guys who wrote the philosophy books, I don't think they found the answers. They were just, Thanks everyone for listening. Thank you, Patch, for a nice episode.
Yeah. Thank you, Marius.
See you next week.